Shut up and sit down.
All right, welcome to another Red Out podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Jake. How we doing tonight, Devin?
All right. Doing good.
I'm sorry, man. Every time I hear that, I get creeped out. It's like, I keep getting older and they stay the same age. So,
All right.
you creepy old man. Ugh.
Hey, I just want to remind our listeners, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, hit that like button and not smash. Let's see, what's another synonym?
Pounds.
Let's destroy the subscribe button, and by hitting it too many times, and get subscribed to what we're doing. You can follow us on Twitter at Redout1906, and it's 1906 because that's when the Western started.
That's right.
And we're on iTunes too, and eventually, hopefully over the winter break here, I will get us on Google Play, and so other people can get on and listen to us as well.
Absolutely right. Spread the message.
That's right. Got to get that Red Out going. So, since we're in this beautiful Christmas season, Jake, do you have any Christmas lights up?
Well, okay. Let me tell you, but I should put on the page the Christmas lights, because you would not believe we have got. So my wife is a teacher, and we are cheap as all get out. So we didn't buy a tree. She got a tree given to her.
Awesome.
Yes, and it is a little Charlie Brown looking fake tree. It's like 3 foot tall. About half the little clip-in branches on one side are completely missing or mangled. So that's the back.
That's awesome.
And then we got one string of lights that go around it, and then legitimately, for those of you that have seen Stranger Things, we have just like one strand of multicolored lights just going up the wall, drooped around. It is the most ghetto, most rigged looking thing you've ever seen. But it's kind of cozy when you turn all the lights off, so, whatever.
Well, you've got a cat, too, so that's going to make things interesting.
Yeah,
Has she attacked it?
Okay, so she hasn't attacked the lights, and she hasn't really attacked the tree, per se. She keeps trying to eat the darn thing, and I don't know, like, she just walks up to it and starts going, like, quit it! You're gonna die, or something bad's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna get yelled at, because I didn't smack you fast enough, so, no, she hasn't toppled it yet. Of course, she's kind of fat. She's like 10 pounds and only like a year and a half old, so she's not exactly... Yeah, so she's kind of heavy, so, like, of course, she's a big cat. She's, like, medium.
Sounds like she's been staying at my grandma's house.
Pretty much. She's pretty much been staying at Maybell's oh God, she's not
down
quite
in the Ville.
She's not Chi-Chi size, so we're good. She's not like round or she doesn't have cat diabetes yet.
Yeah, for backstory, my grandmother had a Chihuahua that weighed almost 15 pounds and was the size of a football with little what would you even say, like spork legs?
Yeah,
almost,
like little chopstick legs. Yeah, it looks like if you took a really fat sausage, like an overstuffed sausage, and stuck 4 little bitty toothpicks out of it and filled it with, little anger and hatred and yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, well
Awesome
the funny story, cousin Melissa, she's actually another Western grad, actually took Chi-Chi for a walk. Probably walked less than a quarter mile to one of the closer barns, and she had to pack the dog back because she was so out of breath. It's really sad, and it's really funny at the same time.
It's like the dog needs a rascal scooter.
Exactly. She definitely needed something to walk around Walmart and tell people, excuse me. But yeah, hey.
That's the only Christmas lights we have.
Yeah, well, you're actually better than I am. I actually went to Walmart, bought a $30 laser strobe set, and that's what I've been using. I just put that outside, and it kicks on, and it's got a sensor. It kicks on whenever the sun goes down, and when the sun comes up, it kicks off.
That's actually what my in-laws did, because they did not want to put lights up. That's exactly what they did. And it's kind of cool looking, I'm not going to lie.
It's awesome.
Drives their cat insane, but that's hilarious.
It drives our bearded dragon insane, too, but she loves it, so it's all good, Right. Lazy Man's Christmas, I gotta love it. And I love all the people out there who are doing the laser light Christmas show. So, hey, more power to us.
Yeah. Easier than nailing stuff.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Better than climbing up on the house. I mean, I get tired of it. I walk outside, I unplug it, I pull it inside. It's all done.
Yep. Amen.
Hey, man, I'm all good with that. Let's talk a little bowl game. Apparently, this is what our listeners want to hear.
Right.
Western is projected at 58.6% victory on ESPN, which I don't think that's changed from last week. but the money line has changed and the spread has changed. What Georgia State's at a 6.5, and that just doesn't make sense to me.
I do not understand that at all. Who have they beat this year, and in what fashion? Look, they got beat by Idaho. I don't know if you know this. Okay, so Bobby Petrino's little brother, is actually coaching out there. Idaho this year has decided, because they suck so bad at the FBS level, that they're dropping down to back to the FCS.
No kidding. Wow.
Yes, and that team beat Georgia State this year.
Well, I mean, it's Idaho, so the only market they have is like potatoes.
Literally, the only
So
bowl games the only bowl game they've played in is the Idaho Potato Bowl. That's like no joke.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
They
really
lost
is.
to Idaho 24-10, Texas State, Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern's okay.
Southern Alabama, they beat 21-13. Lost to Troy 34-10. They beat Louisiana Monroe 47-37.
Still hate them.
Who is CCU? I don't know them.
Coastal Carolina, maybe.
Coastal Carolina. Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, yeah.
They beat Charlotte 28-0.
But also, just Coastal Carolina. Okay, so we know Charlotte's really bad.
Yeah.
And Coastal Carolina, this might be like their second year in D1, like in proper like FBS football. So
yeah,
that's who they have wins over. I don't know. I don't see it. Maybe it's closer to home. I don't know, but I don't put any stock in that. I don't know where that money's coming in from, and I would expect that line to shift all the way back the other way come game time. But who knows?
I feel like the money's coming from Georgia apparently, and they're
must
all putting
be.
the money on it. Looks like over under is 53.5, so that's a combined scoring of both teams. So that looks, what is that? 53, 52 would be 26.
Oh, don't ask me to do math,
So
man. I
like,
went to law school for a reason.
So like 26-27 is the combined scores there.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
I don't see Western losing though. Of course, this game happens tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and it is on the CBS Sports Network.
Which, hot tip, I just saw this on Twitter. I don't know who shared it. It was either Barstool or Tower or somebody, but YouTube TV, which is a free online streaming service, Hulu online streaming, and a few other free online streaming services have free trials, and they include in that free trial CBS Sports Network if you just need to stream it for a day. You can also, I was not going to say maybe, vidbox. You can just Google like vidbox. Is that what I told you? The .tv?
I think it was VIPbox.
Yeah,
VIP box.
VIP box.
Dot
Yeah,
ME.
.me or VIPboxTV.me. That's VIPBOXTV.me. Is a maybe illegal, I'm not sure.
It's
site.
an independent site.
Right, that's what we'll go with.
We'll go with independent.
Independent.
We don't
that
know.
is good. I don't know who runs it, where it's from, but I will say that it can, if you get lucky and have your ad blockers on, give you free streams to a lot of the major networks and even some of the more obscure ones. So find a way to watch it tomorrow.
I had a lot of trouble last time. I tried to watch the FIU game and I struggled with it, so I just ended up giving up. But maybe our listeners will have a little more luck, and good luck to you all. Excuse me.
Yep.
And I'm thinking it's going to be a good game. I'm hoping it's going to be a good game.
See, I don't hope it's a good game. I hope it's a throttling, and everybody's just like, oh, well, Western beat them 56-7. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Who does Louisville play?
Mississippi State.
Oh yeah, that's the good one. What's the money line on that? Let me see real quick.
I'll look up.
Let me Google this. I'm gonna look this up on ESPN real quick. I do know that Northwestern is projected to beat UK. Fun fact for you.
I could see that.
Northwestern supposedly is supposed to be really good.
Well, not about really good. Let's see what they game summary.
So I've got an ad. Sorry, I got distracted. There's an ad for The Last Jedi, and it looks so freaking cool. Not Western. I want Louisville.
So Northwestern's ranked 21 in the country, 21st in the country according to ESPN, and is 9-3. So they're better. That's in the Big Ten, so that's actually pretty decent. So you're right on that. And right now, ESPN's got them at almost a 70% win victory, and the spread right now is in Northwestern's favor by 7.5 points. So they're -7.5 right now.
What are you on?
Just
you're on North.
just
You're
ESPN.
doing UK Northwestern. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah,
UK
yeah.
Northwestern. Sorry, I know you were looking up
I got Louisville,
Mississippi
Mississippi State.
What about
Actually,
them?
Louisville is edged out 50.9%. Not 59, 50.9%. So it's pretty much
Pretty
a toss
even,
up. They're
yeah.
saying.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, and it looks like it's going to be by like 6.5. Louisville favored. Over under 63. So I think they're expecting a higher scoring game. So that I think that would be a must watch on December 30th.
And what channel is that coming on? What network's going to have that? Do we know?
I'm going to say ESPN.
Probably.
I don't have it pulled up, and let me see. Let me get it pulled up real quick.
But yeah, as far as Kentucky Northwestern, that's on the 29th of December, and that one is going to be at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN. And what's crazy, what kind of stinks, like we had talked about before, for the UK fans, is that's the same day as the basketball game.
Yes.
So if you want to travel, you kind of have to pick and choose.
Well, yeah, and honestly, I think I would take the. No offense to Louisville fans. Yeah, that is on ESPN for the Louisville Mississippi State game.
Cool.
No offense to Louisville fans or Louisville basketball or whatever, UK basketball. I would go see the game. That's my opinion because I think the game will be a lot better than they think.
The football game or the
UK? Of course, I'm always pro football. UK Northwestern football game.
It'll probably be more of a game than U of L Kentucky because U of L's basketball team is just down this year. They just are.
Well,
they're in a state of
coaching.
Flux.
Yeah, coaching and the whole issues they've been having this year.
Yeah.
It's understandable. Side note. So, what do you think about the countersuit?
I think that has been written for 4 months. And if they had it in, you have your gun loaded, you may not have to use it. The fact that they are using it the same day, I can't say for certain that it sends a message, but you better believe that they lost. I mean, everybody knew they were going to lose, however bad it was going to be. But yeah, I mean, are we
talking about the same thing?
Yeah, the countersuit to sue Rick Pitino $35 million back. Okay. They filed that directly after the appeals meeting with the Committee on Infraction Appeals, or whatever that's called, for the NCAA. There was a 4-hour meeting that morning from 8 to about noon, and then right after that it was announced that they had filed that lawsuit in federal court, or state, wherever they're filing it, state or federal court, back against Rick Pitino. A lot of people are saying that that's probably because they want to recoup some of the money.
I can see that, though.
The interesting part is that a couple months back, before the FBI thing came out, when they went to the Committee on Infractions, they sent out this letter, and they were talking about how they believe, and this was the president at the time, Greg Postal, said, well, he's still the president, but the interim president, Postal, said that it was their position that they believe that Rick Pitino did not know anything about the I just saw Devin's thinking some kind of terrifying bear up in the corner of my screen. That they didn't know anything about the hooker gate. And then now in this countersuit, they're alleging that not that he knew about the hooker gate thing, but that he knew all about Brian Bowen, and that he knew that he should have known about the Adidas thing. And it's just an interesting shift in tone from what they had said earlier, because earlier, they're backing their boy, and because they thought maybe they could win, and now it's just like guns a-blazing, get whatever money we can. This is all trying to get him to settle. That's what this is. You countersue to get him to come to the table faster. That's all it is.
Honestly, I feel like this is like a Judge Judy episode.
Oh my God, isn't it? It's like
doesn't it feel like Judge Joe Brown or something?
That's what I was about to say, because my grandpa used to watch Judge Joe Brown. He's retired every day. He loved that.
Oh my gosh,
yes, that's exactly what it sounds like. Is Judge Joe Brown?
I could see like Postal on one side and Rick Pitino in his like white suit on the other side, and he's like, suit. Yeah, he's like, Your Honor, you know.
Yeah. Yana.
It's.
I got better, not bitter.
Yeah, it's. Hold on a second, Your Honor. I had no idea about that. They are so full of it. He sounds like a Southern gentleman. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, as I say, Devin's Brooklyn accent sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, it's the white suit. That's what's going to give him away.
I guess. Yeah.
Let's skip on to Lady Topper basketball. These young ladies have done some pretty good work here past couple weeks since we've been gone. They beat Southern Illinois 75-49,
Yeah, gosh,
which
what a
we saw that
beatdown.
coming.
Yeah.
And then Mississippi Valley State, 87-48. I wish they could have got that 1 point, so it'd have been a 40-point win.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely
awesome.
destroying people.
And then we got STET. Ugh.
Remember that Stetson?
Stetson, you're right.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure,
yes,
yeah, the cowboy hats.
yeah, they're gonna make boots. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then we got Toledo, I'm guessing, and then Ball State. I'm thinking that the next 2 weeks, you think will be pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any trouble. Now, full disclosure, I don't know a lot about Stetson, Toledo, or Ball State. I know the Ball State men's team's doing pretty well, and that Ball State usually has a pretty decent sports program, at least they have in the past. But our girls are rolling at this point. The Lady Tops are straight killing it, which is what you would expect from reigning Conference USA champs. They are absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to see, once we get through the rest of the cupcake part of the season, to get into conference play and watch them beat up on, the likes of Middle Tennessee and Marshall.
I cannot wait till January 4th when they go and smack some Raiders around. I mean, that's going to be exciting for me. Yeah, I want to echo Stetson again. No idea. Toledo, I would assume, like you said, that Ball State's going to be pretty good. I think it's probably going to be our best test until we hit conference play.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, conference play, we got MTSU twice. We got them on January 4th, and then we got them on February 15th.
Which one of those is at home? Either of them?
Let me look.
Is one of them in bold?
I think they're both at home.
Oh, really?
Let me see here.
No. Usually we do home and away, so I was just curious.
Yeah, it's not telling me. It just says versus. Of course, this is ESPN.
Well, versus will be away.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No. Versus is home, and then at would be at the other. So we've got 3 weeks of home games here. MTSU, USM.
I guess in Southern Miss, yeah.
And then FIU.
Very good.
And then we go to UAB. And then we got Marshall is actually the 21st and February 17th, and that's going to be a flip-flop. That's going to be at Marshall in January and then at home in February. So
cool.
Exciting. Oh, yeah, you were right. I'm sorry. February 15th, we are going to be going to Murfreesboro. The 100 Miles of Hate continues. So, another game. Talking about ball games. I'm excited about FAU Akron. I think FAU's going to smack them around.
Yeah, they are. Are you kidding?
Oh, my gosh.
They're about to eat them.
But
FAU is pretty darn good. So, yeah, that Wisconsin game, man, let me tell you.
Oh, my gosh, dude. That was ridiculous.
It's so bad.
Sorry.
And
I've been chugging Mountain Dew or Meliella, so
yes,
I've been watching this, and
he's all hyped up. Here's how you know how bad it was. Not only does it look bad live, not only does it look bad in the replay, but every single Doug Gottlieb, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, SB Nation, even friggin' Barstool is calling out Davidson, the player that flopped on us. Little slow white guard. It's usually the ones who do it. And we're just talking about not only how much of a cheap play it was, but how cheap it was for the refs to call such a play to end the game. Because you're told not to do that. You're told not to make a play, not to make a call, decide a game at the very end.
And that's what they did. Basically. And, I'm sure this is their conference refs anyway. That's how it goes
they were
in
Big
football.
Ten refs. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. And that's not going to happen. They're not going to let a little school like Western come in and ruin the chances for Wisconsin. It's a bunch of BS, but it's total home cooking.
Yeah, it's so bad.
I agree the play was a great call by the coach, but at the same time, the ref called a block.
Yeah. And not only that.
He's like, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And you watch Stansbury, and Stansbury's like, yeah, good, woohoo. And I was like, yeah, he thought he had it. And then all of a sudden it's like, let's walk to the other end of the court.
Yeah, and not only that, but they were talking about how they heard, or some of the players heard the ref shout 34, which is Davidson's number, and make the blocking call, which would suggest that the ref, when he made that call, actually got it right, and that it wasn't a charge. But whatever, they needed to shoot 60% from 3 in the second half, and have the refs give it to them in order to beat us. They're coming to Diddle next year. We're going to absolutely beat the brakes off of them.
I hope so. I really do. I think that Western should have won that game, or at least it should have went in overtime. And the refs should have at least went to the TV monitors to see exactly what it was.
Exactly.
Because
Review it. It's the one that decides the game. Review the
there's
stinking call.
it's 2 seconds left in the game, and instead of letting them play the game out, make a shot or whatever, you're basically handing Wisconsin the game, and that's not fair to us.
Yeah. No, but I mean, this is exactly why mid-majors don't want to go and play at Power 5 schools, because this is the kind of crap that you get, and it's disgraceful. And the thing that stinks is, right, okay, so let's say they did make the wrong call. Like, I don't know if you know this, but the NBA over the last year or season or two has been kind of reviewing the last 2 minutes of the game and addressing with the public if they screwed up a call or not. Just to be like, oh, we think we got 80% in this one, or we got 92, whatever. But even if they were to do that in this, it'd be like, oh, you know what? We screwed that up. We're going to suspend these Big Ten refs for 5 games. It's like, okay, well, that's great. Doesn't help us a whole heck of a lot. They still get the win.
Yeah.
Like, put that win in our column if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. I mean, I can understand that, but it still should have been reviewed at the time.
Yeah, just look at it. Just look.
I'm a big proponent of like the Louisville thing, like taking away wins after the fact. You can't take away the win after the fact, okay? If the game's already happened, just let it go.
Yeah.
If you want to cut scholarships and do stuff like that, that's fine. But
everybody remembers the win.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to remember the win. You're going to remember the banner, the cutting of the nets, blah 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 blah. But you don't do that. It's got to be fixed at the time. Should have done the 2-minute review. Should have done the little things. And if the ref made the wrong call, they should have said, "Hey, he made the wrong call." And of course, it's so funny watching Stansbury because he's like, clap, clap, clap. And you're just like, yeah, he thinks he got it. And then they're explaining to him what's going on. And he's like, what?
You're high.
And I swear he said, "God bless it."
Yeah.
I was like, that's funny. That's funny. I did not see the D word. I did not see the D word.
It would be funny if he said, "God bless it." That'd be pretty funny.
Well, it doesn't look like the D. I couldn't figure out what it was because I'm trying to read his lips because I think it's hilarious to read coaches' lips when they're calling stuff. And of course he's like, "Well, why can't you review it?" And the guy's like, "No, we can't do that. We'll never make it out of Wisconsin because they'll drown us in milk and cheese." Psh, I'm sorry. That's
worst
ridiculous.
Ways to go.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, Western. Let me say, guys, y'all are doing an awesome job. You stayed up there with the big boys. I don't know exactly what happened with the Ohio loss, but Wisconsin,
sloppy play. That's all it was.
Yeah, and they're young. They're learning. We got 2 young guys coming on, obviously, and so it's going to happen. But just going to have to step up there, make some better plays. I'm excited about conference play.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the things they were talking about after the game. The announcers and even the other national guys were like, look, I think John Rothstein even said, get ready for Western in conference play because MTSU is not the only club in this conference anymore.
No, not at all. Looks like next the 16th. Oh, so tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow they play Indiana State at home.
Yeah, at almost the same time as our bowl game.
Yeah. Just like the UK. Yeah, exactly, same deal. Yeah. But it'll be all right.
But that's 30 minutes apart, which is even funnier. Now, Indiana State's not going to have Larry Bird, so we're going to be okay there.
I don't even know if Larry Bird went to Indiana State. Is that right?
Yes, he did. And that's what I think is so funny. I'm like, Indiana State? Really? Really? It's just like...
Really?
And I don't even know if anybody they've actually played. Yeah. Okay, matchup predictor. What do you got? What's your prediction?
For the percentage of Western over Indiana State on Saturday?
Yes.
72% WKU.
Oh, you'd be off by just a tad. 87.7% in favor of WKU.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, A, just a better club overall than Indiana State, and B, you want to talk about a mad group of dudes.
Oh my gosh, I would be furious after that last one.
Like poor Indiana State, man.
Exactly. It looks like the line for Western spread is -10. 10 biggins, as John Short would say for KSR. So, you got to love it. I think they're going to go out there and smack them around. Let's see who they got next.
Belmont after that. 3 days after on December 19th, and that's at Diddle. That'll be a really good game. That is our last chance for the Tops to get a quality non-conference win. We've already got Purdue and SMU out of the way. That's the last one. Belmont's still pretty good. They still shoot the lights out from 3. They suffered a bad loss against Lipscomb, I want to say, earlier in the season. But other than that, they have absolutely they've been lighting it up. Now they beat the brakes off of us last year at Belmont. So just like the EKU game, I look for this to be a revenge game. It's in Diddle, and it's hopefully a good game.
I mean, and the week after that, man, that looks like a big trouble game for us too. Look, Austin P, December 22nd. That's like a big Christmas present wrapped up.
My favorite is their cheer. Let's go B.
Yeah.
Let's go B.
It's almost as bad as Moorhead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's
Moorhead
real bad.
University.
That's real bad.
They're like cheering Moorhead, and I'm like, yes, guys, yes, please cheer for the rest of us.
Slow clap for you guys. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so finals week was last week.
Yep.
For Western, so obviously we're not going to have a lot of games. Jake, I'm going to do Mount Rushmore of finals.
Okay.
So I said undergrad. Let's do undergrad, and then we'll do
other assorted things.
Obviously other.
Okay, so I can only this is how bad it was. I don't really remember a lot of my undergrad finals. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I know we both have, you graduated before I did, but undergrad's been a minute.
Yeah, it's a couple minutes.
Yeah, so I graduated in 2014. What year did you graduate?
11.
11. Okay, yes, it's been a real.
It was summer 12, but yeah.
But still, good. Yeah. So the only real funny story I have, or the just terribleness of a final that I had, was accounting 200. It was not that hard of a class. Great teacher, Professor Callahan was the man. However, it just so happened that maybe I went out to drink the Thursday. It was a Friday. It was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. I went out that Thursday night. Maybe went home with the girl.
There you go.
And slept on her couch until like went to bed at like 5. Woke up at like 7 o'clock. Just to drag myself in my what I wore the night before into accounting 200 to take that final. And it was one of the hazier, more like I kept picking this pink fluff off me because that was the only blanket she had, was this pink fluffy blanket. Like I ended up sleeping on her couch because she had a twin size bed. That's how bad this night was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was real bad. That was probably my worst undergrad final. That is the George Washington of like bad undergrad finals for me. Everything else was like, it's fine, whatever. But the accounting 200 after picking up a girl at a bar, that was pretty bad.
I've got some of my classes that I took, I was more prepared for the final, and others I wasn't. See, I was a biology, chemistry major. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. One of my classes is ecology, and it's notorious at Western. Notoriously taught by Dr. Albert Meyer. He's a great person. He's hilarious. He loves Chuck Norris jokes. His tests are notorious because you take them in his lab, quote, quote, and he will literally, the test is like you have 4 hours, it's like 6 questions, and it usually takes the entire time.
Right.
And he will literally like leave, he'll come back, he'll bring pizza. I mean, he'll go work out in the gym down at the whatever.
Preston Center?
Preston, yeah. I was going to say Downing, and I was like, that's not right. Whatever it is.
No gym
Preston.
in Duck.
Yeah, there's no gym in Duck. But there is a pool in the basement, just so
That's
you
right.
know.
There is a pool in the basement.
But yeah, he'd go work out at Preston, walk back up the hill, and we'd still be taking this test, and it was notoriously awful. I mean, it's open-ended questions, and it's just it's almost like, what is the meaning of life? And you're just like, God, I didn't even study for this, you know?
To eat pizza and drink beer.
Yeah. I don't know if he did. He may have accepted that because he was pretty cool. But some of the other things, let's see. Micro. I hated cells. Just want to go ahead and say that. Evolution wasn't bad.
Those things that make us up, darn you.
Yeah, I hate all trillion of you people. Let's see. Trying to think of some of the others. Some micro. Now, there was a different micro class I took, and it was like literally like I cultured bacteria week to week, and that was the coolest class I probably took. Well,
I was about to say, it's culturing bacteria. Sounds exciting.
It's hands-on. It's a lot of fun hands-on stuff.
Yeah.
So that was more fun to me. Now, I was the Van Wilder and just kind of took my time and just had a big blast during college. Not gonna lie.
Devin did a couple victory laps, just a couple.
I started in '06 and I finished in summer 12. So you just do the math.
I mean, I can't say anything. I took an extra lap. It took me 5 years to graduate.
It's whatever. I took jogging. I took.
See, I never did that. I never took any real PE classes except for like health. Like that one health I had to take. I took
athletic training for the easy grade to boost my GPA. I took ROTC, mountaineering leadership. One of the other finals I took was another fun hands-on class was aquatic insects of North America.
Which is such a specific class. Right?
Yeah, it is. And basically what we did was once or twice a week we would go out and catch bugs.
Yeah, you played in creeks.
In creeks. Yeah, we'd play in a creek and we'd go out and catch bugs, and then we'd have to go back, and the whole next week, the class met on Friday only. The whole next week we'd have to identify these bugs.
Right, you had to do the taxonomies and stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you had a catalog book, and it was like, does the bug have antenna? Turn to page 4.
Yeah. Okay. I remember some friends having that. Back to your mountaineering class, does that video, those of you that don't know, the ROTC mountaineering class at Western is famous for having its students. Is it the end of the semester when you guys do the rappelling?
It depends on the weather.
Okay, but they do.
Usually it's at the beginning or the end. Yeah.
Down is PS1, right?
You go off the old parking structure.
Yeah, so you go. They rappel down PS1, and there was at one point a video of Devin's big ass rappelling, and it was awesome. It was so cool.
Let me tell you, I was so hyped. I would be so hyped after doing that. I was adrenaline was running. I mean, it was just going nuts. But you start off slow. People don't. I mean, they don't just take you around the corner and just go, "All right, jump,
jump, boy."
What they do is they get a big mat, and you start on the side close to the railroad tracks, and it's 4 foot. And he's like, "Okay, climb out over it." You get in the position, and he's like, "Okay, drop," and you just kind of kick off and land on the mat. It's easy. Then you go up to the next level and the next level and the next level, and of course, then finally you get around to the corner to the big side, and I think it's 120 foot or something off the top.
It's big. I mean, it's like 6 floors at least.
Oh,
they're big floors. It's big. Yeah, it's tall.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, so much fun. I'd recommend for anybody who's currently at Western, if you can take that class, get into it. Of course, I took sign language too. Another fun class.
Everybody loves sign language.
Another fun fact for you. Do you know they took out all the foreign languages?
What?
You do not have to have 2 years of a foreign language.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, dead serious. My little brother informed me of that because I actually asked his little girlfriend what foreign language she was going to take, and she's like, "Oh, we don't have to have it." And I'm
what?
Like, you gotta be kidding me.
I took 2 years of Spanish for that crap.
Yeah, see, my wife took my wife took Chinese. Because it was supposed to be easier, yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Well, they would let you take, note cards and stuff like that.
Okay, so here's the deal. I don't care. Because at least with a Romance or Germanic language, I still kind of recognize the letters. Yeah, the alphabet's still there. Yeah. Chinese is a whole... You're high.
I agree
easier.
100%,
Whoever told her that needs to be punched in the nuts. That is just the worst thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, I agree completely. Of course, I took sign language, and let me tell you guys, that was the worst class to drink an energy drink right before and then go to because you're not allowed to talk at all. So I literally spent the entire time raising my hand, and she'd be signing to me. Well, what's the answer? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll raise my hand just because I can.
I'm just hyper. I can't help it.
Hey, why is everybody just sitting still? I feel like the
twitchy,
the squirrel from over the hedge. I'm just like,
Dynamite.
I've already studied the entire sign language book. I've already got this all done. Let's do this.
It's like, no. There's a... So, I know a lot of people that took sign language. Andrew and Tyler, 2 of my buddies, took sign language. And one of the... I don't know if you guys had to do this, but one of the things they had to do was talk about their morning routine. And the sign for hungry is to take your hand and rub it up and down where your esophagus would be.
No, that's thirsty. That's thirsty.
No, thirsty is with your finger running down. Your whole hand is hungry. And here's the best part is that the speed at which you do this sign changes it dramatically.
Well,
So,
if you do it, thirsty and lust are the same thing.
correct. Thirsty and
That's what you're saying,
thirsty.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that, and hungry and horny are also the same, except again it's speed, right? So if you do the thirst slowly, it's lust. If you do hungry very quickly, it's horny. And the best part is that Tyler did not know that that was the case, and so he had to present this in front of his whole class. And so he said that he woke up in the morning and attempted to sign very hungry, very being like emphatically, because there's no word for there's no sign really for very.
Yeah, it's just an emphasis.
It's just emphasis to do it fast. And then his professor goes, no, hungry, horny, no. And it's just like in front of like 40-some people. He woke up very horny that morning. It's just
Well,
like, yes.
you know, it happens. It's morning. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
right.
good.
It was amazing. It's like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
that's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, see, my fun part, I guess, you have to do the class, and then you have to go to the lab certain days of the week. Well, I could never find a lab partner, so I ended up having to be partners with the actual lab tech who was deaf.
Oh God.
Yeah, let me tell you, that was a lot of fun.
I sense a little sarcasm.
Yeah, it's slight sarcasm because other people could cheat and they'd be like, "Hey, what's the answer?" No,
Right.
she didn't. She would not let me cheat at all. She was like, "You're gonna learn this," and I'm like, "Oh
I
crap!"
don't want to learn this. I want to get an A.
No, I just want to get out of here so I can go do other stuff.
Yeah, I have other things to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed our show today. If you have any questions, comments, or anything in particular, feel free to comment, tweet us.
Like, comment, subscribe, tweet at us, all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, hit us up, and hope you all enjoyed.
Have a good night.